Hello, thanks for being here. Welcome back. This is the second video in a series I'm doing. It's kind of a continuation of the last series. It was a 7-part series. Ended up being a 9-part series. But anyways, I just went over all of this in the last video. So go check out the first video in this series. This is the second one. I'm continuing on from the benefit of living life on this side of the spectrum versus this side. When we incarnate as a human, we have a choice where we're going, how we're going to live our life. Are we going to live our life allowing our attention to get sucked into things that bring us fear, anxiety, worry, anger, and live from a polarity standpoint where we're not connected to anything? Or do we want to live our life in harmony with each other and with nature? And when we do that, we're connected to our higher self. We can hear our higher self's guidance, and our higher self will give us the information we need to step onto our highest path to live the life that we intended. Now, when we incarnate, again, go watch the last video, but when we incarnate, so you guys have more context about what I'm talking about. When we incarnate as human, we incarnate for two things: to learn and evolve as a soul, and to give back to the collective. The main reason we incarnate that I don't really get into is to experience being human, to experience all of the beautiful things that being human brings. And once we're gone and we're back as a soul, even if we've had hardship in our life, we're going to go, whoa, that was a wild ride. Let's go and do it again. And we come back and do it again. But it can take us many lifetimes to learn the lesson we came to learn what we need to learn as a soul in order to really step into what we want to do in serving the collective from a higher level perspective. It can take many lifetimes. And while we're here, what my guides are saying right now is it will take us more lifetimes, and it will be much harder and more painful in this lifetime the more we allow our attention to get sucked into the system, the matrix. So before we know we're coming into the matrix. We know that we're coming into a system and a planet that's been hijacked, that has been under control for a very long time. And we still choose to come because we know once we die, we're going to go back up here, and there is none of that up there. So while we're here, we have a choice. Again, we forget why we come here in order to function. I covered this in my last video. While we're here, the more energy and attention we allow to be sucked into the matrix, the longer it's going to take to learn the lesson. We're not going to enjoy our life. We're not going to enjoy the things that we came to enjoy. We might have to come back 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 100 times if we keep letting our attention get sucked in. So my guides, they're saying right now, because I'm like, why did you guys have me talk about this? And they're saying, because if this can reach just one person, and that one person says, I'm going to choose differently, that one person can, in this carnation, start more quickly experiencing joy, experiencing the life that they actually chose to live. So they're saying, when you're sitting around going, oh my gosh, life is so hard right now, and life can be hard, but we know it's going to be. And sometimes, a lot of times, we set up difficult things in our life to encounter in order to give us a choice point in order to evolve our soul. So if things are really difficult, we have a choice. Do we give our energy and attention to the system, to the TV, to jobs that don't bring us joy, to our screens, or do we want to interact with humanity and find like-minded people that bring us joy? Get out in nature, get off your screens, meditate, connect to your higher self. That's where your higher self guidance is. It's almost like it's like a guide outside of this matrix that can help remind you of what did you come to do. And the more aligned you are to your mission and purpose and what you came here to do, which is what I channel for people all over the globe. I channel their mission and purpose, what their soul intended for them in this lifetime, the reasons behind their experiences, help facilitate forgiveness, which is the key to manifesting more joy and abundance. When you can stop giving your attention to all the horrible things that are going on the planet, which get blown up in the media. Much of it's not actually happening, and much of it's a total lie or made up. When you can stop giving your attention to, oh my gosh, I hate my boss, I hate this job, well then get out. I'm not happy living here. Change your situation, right? We are told how to live through the media, through religion, etc. Disconnect from that. Start living in more harmony with each other and with nature, and you can start living a more joy-filled life. And that is what your soul ultimately intends to do. Ultimately, what we're all doing here is we're having an experience on the behalf of the Creator. Really, if you want to get down to it. Creator wants to experience all things, right? But lower level, what we're doing here is evolving our soul and learning how to bring more of what we are into this life. If we can bring more peace, love, and joy, which is all we are when we leave this body, and I experienced this for myself. You can go look at near-death experiences on YouTube, and many of them, well, all of the ones I've seen, talk about how when they left their body and they were on the other side for the moment, although some of them claim that it feels like years sometimes, and a flash of an eye they're back. When they go experience where they came from, it's all joy, and most of them don't want to come back because that's where we come from, all love. And 2 angels visited me 3.5, almost 4 years ago, and they showed me that. And then I started channeling out of the blue. They said, this is where you come from. This is who you are. So we're here to bring more of that here, but we can't bring that here if we're getting hijacked and we're allowing our attention to get sucked into. Who cares what the Kardashians are doing in Hollywood? Who cares if Kanye's a clone? Who cares? Now, what they're saying is, and I'm going to make some more videos about this. What they're saying is that when you start to wake up to what's really going on here, that the clones are real, aliens are real, what's been going on in the globe for a long time, that they're purposely hijacking our attention, that you have a choice. When we realize what's going on here, sometimes then our attention gets pulled even more into the system because we just want to know. You know, well, is so-and-so a clone? Is so-and-so a clone? Is so-and-so an alien? Is so-and-so... what really happened in Watergate? What really happened 9/11? What really happened... They're saying none of that stuff matters. You already knew before you came. And these are just modern day things. This stuff's been happening for all of time. They're saying allow that information to come in, process it, but process it from the perspective of, all right, I understand that the reality that I've known my whole life is not actually the reality that I believed it to be. Noted, duly noted. All right, how do I start living my life from a place of more joy now? If you keep allowing your attention to get sucked into, is the earth flat or round? Who cares? The only reason that matters is to come to the conclusion that potentially we've been lied to. We already know that humans have been lied to from the very basic level of what happened, where Thanksgiving came from. What happened to the Native Americans? We already know that was all a lie. If we understand that probably most of, if not everything we've been told is a lie, and you accept that, then go start living your life, enjoying your life. And they're saying, when you start enjoying your life and living from a place of happiness and peace, that actually is what contributes to breaking the matrix. That contributes to allowing these illusions, these systems and structures that were created to control us, banking and finance, Western medicine, political structures, and education, which is the most corrupt, they say. And the glue that keeps it together is religion, media, Hollywood, etc. If you're living your life more from this place, not only are you going to start experiencing a totally different reality that's available to you, this all can collapse. The structures that are controlling this can collapse. When you pull your attention away from something, they're saying right now it's like the double slit experience, double slit experiment. Go research that. It's so cool. Basically, from a basic high level, I guess, the basics of that is that if no one's having an observer observe the situation is what makes something happen. When there was no one to observe, nothing happened. So the more we pull our attention away from this stuff and start working on putting our funneling energy into relationships, jobs that bring you joy, doing hobbies that bring you joy, getting out in nature, then less and less people are observing this other reality, and it can start to go away. It can start to crumble. So if you really want to get out of the matrix, start living your life over here. Who cares about Hollywood? Who cares about who cares about if somebody else has a different religious belief? Because it's all made up anyways. Who cares about what is happening outside of your immediate reality? Don't give your attention anymore. Let those people deal with their reality and start creating the reality you want from this place. Then you will start living in peace and harmony and live the life that you came here to live. I hope this makes sense. Drop your comments below, questions. I'd be happy to channel answers for you. I'm not sure there'll be more videos in this series, but I've got some Hollywood stuff to channel, so stick around. I'll be sharing more videos on that. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.